you were sliding everywhere.
Oh, yep, look at that.
We make the strings louder.
So we made it out to the track today in the C6 Z06. Obviously, you guys seen this a couple weeks ago. Flew down to Florida, drove this thing home. Basically, last night I did not have like a track set up on it, and I technically still don't have like a good track set up for it, but this is better than what it was. So I took the 285 18 NT05s off of the rear of the Supra, put them on the front of here. It actually has some 305 30 20 NT05s on the rear that used to be on the Supra. It has been rubbing pretty bad. So I already went out and basically did one session in it. Been rubbing these fenders the whole way. Like when I'm going around the corners, you could just see this front tire smoking. I already had to cut this one a little bit, the whole inside of that fender, because it was rubbing. These wheels are 5x114, but you know, Corvettes are 5x120, so I have the 1-inch spacer adapter on there. It's definitely crazy ripping it on the track compared to the Z. The Z, you could pretty much floor it everywhere. This thing, you really have to be careful. I'm gonna lower the tire pressure a little bit more. We're about 26 right now, and lower them probably down to about 20, and then go back out there and see if we get some better times. So I think the fastest I did was a 148. 148, Chris.
Yeah, today?
Look, well, this is your old car.
Yeah.
So Chris is, he let me drive this thing for the first time last year, got me addicted, and then now you're out here in the Tesla.
Yeah.
I like them conic wheels over those.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
How bad was I sliding?
You were sliding everywhere.
Good thing I know how to drift, because there's a couple corners. I was like, well, the rear tires are really cold.
Yeah, I was like, you know, this is a grip day, right? Not a drift day.
They were just really cold, so I was like, well, what's the best way to warm them up?
That's right.
Roll and burn.
Yeah, that's gonna take a lot of feathering, I think.
Oh, it needs some feathering.
Yeah.
It really needs. There was a couple times I really puckered as I was almost going off the track, so. Definitely need some different tires. It's pretty much squealing and I end up drifting. I called Charles basically as soon as I got out here. I said, where are you at, buddy? So he
right here.
He ripped on down
duty.
2 hours. I mean, you made some great time.
I made some great time. Normally it takes me about 2 hours and about 10 minutes to get down from Denver to Pueblo. Today I got down in like hour 45.
So yeah, we're still rubbing. The tires seem like they're warming up a little bit more. The track is 55, almost 60 degrees out here. But yeah, definitely needs some different tires.
Put in the comments, like, what do you guys think about this
I
fitment?
love these wheels.
This fitment, these wheels look sick on this car.
That fitment with these wheels would be sick.
Absolutely.
I love the way those wheels look.
You're finally speaking my language when it comes to fitment, because you know, I'm a big fitment guy. Big fitment guy.
All right, well, I guess let's get some cameras going and then we're gonna go rip. hot. Uh-oh, look at that one. I wonder if it's those rockers.
That's what it sounded like when you came back in from drifting the compound the first time.
Well, no, it has like a little like, I heard like a little clacking. So the compound though was because of not having a battery. Well, this thing rips. Yeah. I did a 145.
Ooh.
It's not bad. The fastest I did in the Z was a 154. The fastest I did today before that was a 147. Knocked off 2 seconds just going back out there. But I was I was ringing her a little bit more. But the tires were a little bit better. Oil temp, the AC was on just now. Why the AC was on. Oil temp it was 264, which isn't like terrible, but yeah, I felt it around that one corner. Kind of started thumping a little bit. I almost wonder if it's the rocker. Remember the rocker things with the shims, and it was on this side of the engine, and that sounds like something right there is like clacking a little bit. So either like a rocker came loose and like has a little bit of a thump, or maybe something stretched, or what.
Overall,
she rips. I mean, seriously though, it rips though. It felt really good those last laps. I was braking a lot later into the first corner, which turn 1, which that's where you're doing like 125, 130. It's crazy like how fast and how delicate you have to be with this thing. Like you have to be really aggressive, but at the same time you have to be, you know, it's like a dance, you know, where you're just dancing on the line, you know, putting her in the cabbage or not. I didn't end up going off. I was following Chris and he went off big time over there. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. I guess we'll let her cool off for a little bit. I don't know, I guess we could pull off the valve cover too and see if there's anything loose. It almost sounds like a burnt plug wire or like something like that. One cylinder's definitely missing a little bit though, so she's not very nice. Well, I guess that's, I hope it's just like those little shims, you know, because you remember the shims.
Yeah, the shims.
You were there for the shims.
Like out of gas, we stop, all right? I've got fumes, man. Hopefully I make it there.
This thing is really hot. So I'm hoping, I'm really hoping that it's just one of those damn rockers making noise for no reason, trying to mess with me. I hope that's all it is.
Right.
Protecting tools, buddy. Oh, yep, look at that. Rock. Ooh, buddy.
Oh, oh no.
That is not good.
Yeah.
It's not good. Well, look, there's them shims. So if you guys don't remember the shims, right before Drift Week, we got these heads. The push rods were just like a little bit too long, so basically what I ended up doing, little shims in there, and then we basically took it on Drift Week. I haven't like tightened them or did any of that other stuff, but here we are. Yeah, it definitely broke that off. Yeah, you can see it pulled all the threads out. So probably what happened is it probably got loose, which would make sense. It got loose, and then you know, here we are. There's a shim right there. There's another deal in there. I wonder if I could just drive it home on 7 cylinders. That sucks. That's probably like the worst thing that could happen on a truck. Well, other than it like actually blowing up the motor. So I guess it's not that bad, but exhaust manifold, pull the thing, pull the head off it, replace the head. So
Texas speed. Hey,
Texas speed. How you guys doing? I mean, it might drive like that, but I don't know if that's the best thing to do. It's a really expensive engine. I don't want to do things like that to it, I think. We are on the way back to my house to get my truck and trailer. Good thing you came.
Big sad.
I had to have Jamie come get me today. That was gonna be me, and then
and then you blew it.
I blew it. Hey, is the track still open?
Sir? Yep.
All right, well, I brought my trailer.
Did you bring a car with you?
Yep.
Yeah?
And unload it. Womp, womp, womp.
good on that side?
You got a couple inches on this side.
Whoa, that was my back.
Oh, okay, last bump. Well, you still got a few inches on this side too.
It's not the thing that you want. I guess it's better to take a race car home. You know, they say that there's no bad day at the racetrack. There's only bad days when you're not at the racetrack, right?
I guess.
But this is an unfortunate day at the racetrack. I still had a lot of fun. I learned a lot. I'd like some tires and I'd like some instruction. I think even with the tires and the stuff on it, one of the guys that kind of runs this thing, he's an instructor. He told me if I just turned in a little bit more, almost got it to oversteer and understeer coming out versus like almost understeering going in and then powering out of it, because I'm a drifter, you know, and that's kind of what I do. He said there's probably like 2 seconds there just because he was watching me on some of the corners. So they say that you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but I don't know. Do you think I'm an old dog or am I?
Nah.
I'm a young dog.
Young dog.
Or I might be, I'm a medium old dog, but I can learn some new tricks. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
We need a new cylinder head. I mean, there's no way to really repair that unless we like weld it. I'll just call Texas Speed and they'll say, hey, and then they'll say, okay, and then we'll go, and then we'll go, and then we'll go, and we'll come back out here and give it a rip again. All right, guys. So, great time driving out here today. Not a good time loading up the Corvette. Like I said, we're gonna get her fixed. I mean, that's you know, that's basically just what happens when you have a car and you work on it and you do a little fix and then you figure out how long that fix lasts. If you do little Trevi's customizations, which we did. I mean, literally we drove to Florida, we drifted it. We drifted on the way to Florida, we drifted in Florida, I drifted twice in Florida, drove all the way around Florida. I think it had 17,000 miles on it when we were done with it, and now it has like 23,000 miles on it. I mean, it lasted essentially 6,000 miles of like road tripping / drifting. So it worked, but you know, who knows if there's like a defect in the head or if it got a little bit loose and then it just kind of did its thing. We'll never know. We'll probably just send that head back to Texas Speed and then they'll probably look at it and tell us what happened, and then we'll probably get another head and then we'll put it back on there and then we'll be back out here ripping. Let me know what you guys think of this track video, if you think I should hire Charles to come down here and film track videos more, because otherwise it's just helmet cam stuff. But I appreciate you guys watching. See you later.